Welcome, everyone. This is your bonus video. This was supposed to be a 5-video series, 5 short videos. I made it 6 instead because I realized as I was putting this together, there were more stalls and objections I had to deal with on the telephone. And these stalls and objections, you might get them in emails, you might get them in text as well. So this will help you to respond to those, even if you haven't been able to get them on the telephone yet. How to respond to the stalls and objection. A review from our last video. Again, watch all of these videos. They're meant to be done in sequence. You want to do them in order from 1 to 5, now to 6, okay? Go back and watch those videos first. If you haven't watched them, don't start with this video. But in the last video, we dealt with how to deal with the first 5 of the most common stalls and objections we get on the telephone and in emails and texts, and exactly how to respond to them to turn them into book sessions. Today, we're going to do the last 5 of the most common stalls and objections we get on the telephone. Let's dive right in. All right, what do you say when you get this on the telephone or in an email or a text? I don't have time to come in and meet with you now. Maybe I'll do something next year. Because remember, on the telephone, the next baby step we want them to take is to come in and meet with us in person, just to chat, no cost, no obligation, or for us to go to them or whatever. So what do we say when they say that? I don't have time to come in and meet with you right now. You say, no worries. Now, let me ask you this. How important are these photographs to you? Recognize that one? Remember, that was from before. That's another great one to plot. Remember, again, we're keeping them on thinking about how important are these. Don't put this off. This is about not letting them procrastinate, which is what we're tempted to do an awful lot of time. But another way you could respond to that is saying, I understand, and if you don't mind me asking, how long has it been since you had a fine portrait created? Going back to those magic questions, those great power questions from before. So powerful. All right, now what about, will you give me all the digital images or send them to me over the internet? All right, first of all, you should not be doing that, okay? If your business is predicated on just giving them all the digital images, you're going to really struggle to make a great living doing this without working yourself to death, all right? You should be in the business of getting them high-quality portraits for their walls, all right? And that means not giving them all the digital images and just saying, go do whatever you want with them. It's a flat fee. So here's what we say to that. Oh, I'm so glad you asked me that. Let me ask you this. Is that going to be the major determining factor as to who creates your portraits for you? Okay, that's a big one. All right, or you can also respond to this. Now, this is a long one, but I'm going to I want you to hear this all the way through. Now, you mentioned earlier how important these photographs are to you when you ask them how important are they to you, right? Well, one of the things that separates us from the other photographers in the area is that we will create photographs that will touch your heart so wonderfully that if you don't cry tears of joy when you see them for the first time, we will give you all your money back. Yes, we can supply you with digital images if you'd like that, but it's not the most economical way to go. But we can do that, again, if you would like. So let's just get together and chat about this. No cost, no obligation. I have next Wednesday at 10 a.m. How does that sound to you? Now, see what I did? There's so much baked into that. I don't have time to go over that here. It wouldn't be a short video. I could spend a good half hour just talking about that response and how powerful it is. Notice I didn't say that we won't do that, but I said it's not the most economical way for you to go. And starting to educate them that that's not the best way to go here, financially or creatively. And then just again, bringing up that we should meet and talk in person and giving them that wonderful trial close. I have next Wednesday at 10 a.m. Does that work for you? That's called a trial close. So important. All right. Another alternative to responding to that one, though. Here's another. It's a long one, but it's important because that's one we get a lot about asking about those digital images. Oh, I'm so glad you brought this up. You said earlier that these photographs are really important to you. And one of the things that separates us from other photographers, now see, this sounds similar to the previous one. It separates us from other photographers out there is that we will find out exactly what you want. And we will throw our heart and soul into creating the most beautiful, meaningful images for you. We are artists. So we want to be sure that every image that leaves our studio is the very finest that it can be. And that's why we don't just hand you the digital images and say, go about your way, get these done. No, I feel it's way more important that you love the finished portraits and that they express the feelings and emotion that you are hoping for. How does that sound? Now that how does that sound at the end is so important because you need to now get them talking about, hey, notice I didn't say, what do you think of that? That's left brain. That's throwing them into the brain. I said, how does that sound to you? Or how do you feel about that? Much better way. So that's a great alternative to how you respond to the question about the digital images. What do you say when they say, can you email me your price list? Oh, I'm so glad you brought that up. And this is where we use the volunteer statement here. Okay? I'm not going to need to give you, I won't need to send you the price list. I can just give you an indication of what you could plan on investing right now. Okay? So then we go into our volunteer statement. Before we go any further, let me give you an indication of what you can plan on investing for the photographs. Is that okay? They'll always say yes. And then you say, someone in your position can plan on investing somewhere between about X and Y and get a larger one for yourself and some smaller ones you can give as gifts. Does that fit within your budget? Now, again, I'm saying it a little faster now just for the sake of time. Don't rush it when you say that. Say it with the right tone of voice. And notice that now we're giving them a ballpark figure. And that ballpark figure is just giving them a little bit of a range of what they can plan on investing. And most of the time then, they're not going to necessarily ask for a price list after that, because now they're already emotionally engaged and they got an idea. Okay, yeah, you're not completely out of the ballpark. You're more expensive than I thought you would be, but that's okay because I'm liking the other things that you're saying here. Now, if you've already done the volunteer statement when they ask that question, then you can respond this way. When they say, can you send me a price list? Oh, I'm so glad you brought that up. Now, the reason that we don't email our price lists out is that we want to be sure that we find out exactly what it is you're looking for and then give you an honest quote based on that. Now, I can tell from talking with you how important these photographs are to you. So let's get together and chat. No cost, no obligation. And we'll be able to go over everything in person. I have this Tuesday at 3 p.m. How does that sound? Okay. Now, that's a little rushed. I would add a little bit more to that, but you get the idea. Right? Get them off of thinking about price or having something sent to them. That's not what this is all about. All right. I hope this series was helpful. All right. Now, next week, if there's enough interest, and again, it's all up to you. If enough people comment and say that this was helpful and would like to have more videos like this, because it takes time for me, it takes a lot of time for me to produce these, get them all set, get the notes put together, get them filmed, get them put out there. But if enough people found this helpful, I'll do another series, maybe this coming week or the week after next. Just make sure that you're commenting and letting me know that these were helpful. Or comment and let me know what I could do better to make the next series better if I do another series. I am by no means promising I'm going to do another one. All right? I'm not promising that. But if you felt you got enough out of this, let me know. Be sure you subscribe, hit the notifications. You know how this goes, right? Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon so that you're notified if I do more. Now, we will be doing more videos most likely going forward. I just might not do another series like this unless you found it helpful and you let me know that it was helpful. Thank you for tuning in for this week. 6 videos instead of 5. I loved bringing these to you. It's a lot of work and takes a lot of time, but I'm willing to do them if you'd like to see more. Comment and let me know. Talk to you soon. Have a great weekend, probably by the time you're watching this, or a great start to the week if you're watching them a little late. Take care. Bye-bye.